I know this video is late, but I wasn't really planning on making this video, but I saw a lot of comments on the last video asking about stat order and mantras and other stuff about the Ferryman farming build. So this video is the full detailed guide for progressing this Ferryman farming build. I'll show the timestamps on screen, but I'll go over the build in general, stat order, mantras, the talents that are essential and how to fight Ferryman with this build. Alright, so this build is made by my friend to easily farm Ferryman. You can use this build to farm Storm's Eye and other artifacts. My friend so far has gotten 2 Storm's Eyes, 1 Moon's Eye Tome, and over 10 Idols of Yunchu, and a bunch of other God Roll Rings, Cerulean Daggers, and other items to sell. You could go Deep Bound or Lone Warrior to make this build easy to progress. I recommend going Void Walker so you can easily sell the loot, especially the earrings. This build can kill Ferryman in around 30 seconds solo and under a minute duo if used correctly. That's basically it for the build in general, so let's go over stat order. So for stat order, so pre-shine, you want to go 50 fortitude so you can get exoskeleton, 2 to finish, reinforce, and some other talents. Then go 20 shadow as a requirement for ether overdrive. Then go 90 intel for neuro overload, ether overdrive, ever-changing ages, and other important intel talents. Then go 80 willpower for heretic sutra, piercing will, and unfazed. Then you shrine of order at power 16. For post shrine, you're left with these stats on screen. Go 25 agility for condition runner, evasive expert, and speed demon. Go 30 strength and 30 fortitude for lose your mind and spine cutter. And then go 30 charisma for the charm talents, taunt, and snake oil. Then finally go shadow last, which should be around 92 to get talents like dark god, dark hours, devour, dark rift, and shadow travel. You could go 25 charisma though and miss out on snake oil for more shadow if you want, which basically means more damage. Also get ardor as your murmur and ardor scream, and go blind set for your oath for sightless beam. You could get talents like all the dead gods and turtle shell just in case you get ganked. That's stat order. Next is mantras. Alright, so basically the mantras you definitely need pre-shrine is just reinforce. Then everything else you can get post-shrine. For shadow mantras, you need eclipse kick, shadow vortex, shadow gun, shadow seekers, and shadow roar. Then you want taunt and sightless beam. Then you can just go any mobility mantra. For gems and modifiers, put a blue gem on reinforce and taunt, put a bloodlust on shadow roar, and put a blessed gem on everything else. You only really need to modify shadow gun and shadow seekers. For shadow gun, modify with 4 stratus and cloud stones, 4 crystal and perfect lenses, and a blast spark. For shadow seekers, it's just 4 stratus and 4 cloud stones. For the essential talents, I'll put them on screen. For all the talents that give HP and all the damage multiplying talents. For the Ferryman fight, so basically right after you talk to him, quickly taunt and eclipse kick him. Then you want to shadow vortex and shadow seekers him, but don't be too close or he'll TP. When shadow vortex and seekers are on cooldown, just use other mantras like shadow gun, roar, or eclipse kick. Use taunt every time it's off CD for extra damage. You must use vortex and seekers together for maximum damage. Basically, if you don't know, when you use vortex and seekers together, it makes a mini explosion which does a lot of damage. You'll try and keep full HP for perfect flash to proc, so use shadow roar and reinforce to heal. Other tips are to jump when shadow seekers are hitting Ferryman for Wyvern's claw to proc.